Hey, what's up? I'm gonna review the Ooni Koda. So I've had this thing for almost a year now. There aren't too many other reviews out there about how this thing is held up. Let's start off with what, the obvious, what I like about it. The size, it's super small. As you can see, I can just carry it. Not too heavy, but it's also not too light. Another thing is that it gets super hot in a short amount of time. But yeah, so I keep it outside just because I'm lazy. And so far so good. There's no signs of rust. You couldn't tell that it was, that it's been out all this time. If you haven't seen it, like this thing right here where it connects to the my propane tank, pretty heavy duty. I haven't had any issues with it. Some of the things that I don't like about the Ooni, a month into owning this thing, I don't know what happened, but it must have gotten really hot or something, but this thing actually pops off. So you just gotta be careful with that. Dude, it already popped off and broke. Another thing Ooni I think could work on are these legs. These legs are actually kind of flimsy and cheap, but I mean, for the price of this oven, it's actually not that bad. 300 bucks. I got this thing right when it came out. Alright, this is horrible. I never moved this thing. And for it to pop off and break. Alright, so there's a 3-year warranty, so hopefully they'll cover it. I don't know. But yeah, these legs aren't that great. Again, there's not too many things to complain about, but if I were to have a complaint is, I don't know if you can see how it really concaves really steep, right here. Really steep. When you get the temperature up too hot and you launch the pizzas in there, the flame comes up really close to the pizzas, and what happens is they tend to catch fire on your pizzas if you're not too careful. I mean, personally, I fear there's not that much space between the opening and the top of this oven. It's kind of a little bit too narrow. But again, there are ways that you can that you can get away with it. What I normally do is I crank this all the way up to maximum heat, make sure that this thing gets extremely hot. I launch the pizzas in, and as soon as they're in there for about, I don't know, a few seconds, I lower this temperature right here, which decreases the flame, so it it doesn't catch the lip of your pizzas and they don't get burned. So I mean, would I recommend you buying this? 100%. Again, there's not too many things that I don't like about it. Again, so I'll just go over it. The legs, right? As you can see, the thing just broke off, and I don't even move this thing. I swear, I don't move them at all. And that little plastic piece broke off. Another thing is the back, the dial. Again, it pops off every now and then. And the last one is just how narrow the oven is. Maybe if they try to raise it up a little bit so the flame doesn't come up too close to the pizzas. So I'm gonna show you my setup in a little bit. I'm gonna make a couple pizzas and I don't know, see how they come out. But I'm sure you know what they look like. So here's my setup. I have it on an IKEA cart. That's where I have my propane. Still mad about that thing falling off. Show you my pizza. I have it coming through here. And so yeah, I kind of wish this was a little bit higher, maybe just so we can get some clearance. But so here's a real-time cook. I just want to show you guys how long it takes to cook a pizza. You also see how some of the little things that I do to keep the pizza from burning in the back. As you'll notice, I always keep the flame at the highest temperature when I first launch the pizza, just so that the crust of the bottom can cook and then the back can slowly rise. But afterwards, as you can see here, I then lower it just so that I don't want the pizza to burn. And right here, what I'm doing is I'm just getting the peel extremely hot so that it's easier for me to slide it underneath the pizza and turn it. And here I'm raising the temperature in the back just so that it can, quickly cook the backside of this pizza. It's cooking pretty quick. You gotta watch it or else it's gonna burn pretty fast. And still can go in. Yeah, I throw it back just because it needs a little bit more cooking for a few more seconds. Definitely took practice. Okay. Not bad, not bad. If it's getting too hot, I would turn it down in the back so it doesn't burn. This could probably go a little bit of that. Get this side. And would I recommend this oven for $300? Heck yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, considering the stand in the back, that's worth it. But I mean, $300 to make a pizza like this. Come on. There you go. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, by no means am I bashing Ooni. This thing is really awesome. It's a really cool unit for the price, and what it can do is amazing. I wanted to give an honest opinion of how this thing has held up over the past year. So I hope this helped you.